Are you thinking of moving to Portland but aren't really sure which part of town to live in? Maybe you're debating between Portland proper or maybe the suburbs would be a better fit for you. In this video, we're going to be breaking it down in detail and looking at Portland versus its very friendly and classy, I might add, neighbors to the west. And we should find out together which part of the greater Portland area is going to be an ideal fit for you. So, as I mentioned, we are going to be talking about some of the differences between Portland and the suburbs, specifically Beaverton. Now, there's plenty of other really great suburbs of Portland, and I'll dive into those in some other videos. That said, my team and I are dedicated to helping folks like you make their move up here, whether that's to Portland or Beaverton or anywhere in between. So, if you're formulating a plan to move up here, we would absolutely welcome a call, text, or email from you to see if there's anything we can do to help. Don't be shy, you can find all our contact info down below in the comments or also in the description. We look forward to hearing from you. So that said, let's dive in. From a high level, Portland is in Multnomah County and has 5 different sections: North Portland, Northeast Portland, Southeast Portland, Northwest Portland, and Southwest Portland. It's got a lot going for it, and there's a lot of really great things about Portland proper that we're gonna get into in a minute. You may think it's the obvious choice, but don't discount the burbs before you finish this video. First thing we're going to talk about is the population and density. By comparison to the suburbs, Portland is pretty densely populated with 660,000 people. The city's population has been steadily increasing over the last few years, which have led to an increase in traffic and a higher cost of living. Compared to other cities, it feels to me more town-like than city-like, especially if you are anywhere but the downtown area. Portland's downtown area is particularly dense, with many high-rises and apartment complexes. Beaverton is less dense, with about a population of about 100,000. There is still traffic congestion, but it's not nearly as bad as Portland. If you're gonna be living in Portland and working in Beaverton or somewhere in the suburbs, you're gonna be dealing with a lot of traffic going both ways on Highway 26. Beaverton's downtown area is more spread out, with many suburban-style developments and bigger shopping areas. Portland is known for its historic homes, many of which were built in the early 20th century. These homes are often smaller in size and may require more maintenance over time. However, they offer a very unique charm and character that many residents, myself included, love. In recent years, there's been an increase in new construction in Portland, especially in the downtown areas. There's a lot of new condo buildings. The median home age in Portland is around 57 years old, but you can find many homes that are well over 100 years old. Damn, that's old. Beaverton has a mix of older and newer homes. There are many historic homes in the downtown area, but there's an overwhelming amount of new developments in the suburbs. The size of homes in Beaverton tends to be larger than Portland, many of which offering 4 or more bedrooms, and the median age of Beaverton homes is about half of Portland at 33 years old. How much does it cost to buy a house in Portland versus Beaverton? At the time of recording this video, the median home value in Portland is right around $530,000, which is higher than the national average. The real estate market in Portland has certainly been booming over the last few years for a few different reasons, including a strong demand from buyers, a limited supply of homes for sale, and also a relatively lower cost of homes compared to where most people are moving from, which is places like LA, San Francisco, and Seattle, even New York. While there are still parts of Portland that are below the median price range, such as St. John's and Lentz, in Beaverton, the median home value is right around $480,000, which is obviously lower than Portland, but prices have still been increasing steadily over the last few years. Beaverton has a mixture of different housing options, including newer developments for condos as well as single-family homes. And as I mentioned before, there are also some historic homes that are available in Beaverton. All right, now that we've talked about homes, let's talk about the unfortunate issue of homelessness. Portland has a pretty significant homeless population compared to Beaverton, but also on a national scale too, with an estimated 2,000 to 4,000 people living without a home on any given night. The issue has been a source of debate and controversy in the city, especially in recent years, because many residents are concerned for the livability and general safety of the city of Portland. It's a very very real issue, and it definitely becomes apparent when you drive through the streets of downtown Portland, or if you drive down any major thoroughfare that is on the inner part of the city. The city has been taking certain steps towards fixing the issue, such as clearing certain encampments, as well as moving towards a more affordable housing situation. We're still a ways away though. If you venture to the west though, into Beaverton, you will notice a much lower homeless population. According to a 2022 report, there are approximately 800 people living without a home in the Beaverton area, and the city has definitely taken steps to address the issue, including investing in more affordable housing and social services. The homeless problem is definitely a lot less noticeable in Beaverton than it is in Portland. All right, let's lighten things up a bit, shall we? What's there to do around these parts? Portland is known for its vibrant cultural and art scene, as well as its amazing food scene. Not to mention coffee and breweries here. There's a lot going on. There's also some really great museums, such as the Portland Art Museum and OMSI, which is the Oregon Museum of Science and Industry. I love taking my kids there. There's so much to do and you can get lost in an afternoon there. There's also tons of music venues of all sizes, so if you want to catch some local bands or your favorite touring band, you can definitely do that pretty much anywhere in Portland. Portland has tons of activities to do outside with over 200 parks, including Mount Tabor Park, Laurelhurst Park, and Forest Park, which is one of the largest urban parks in the whole country. It's got over 80 miles worth of hiking trails, and it's located right in the middle of the city. There's also a pretty great nightlife scene here in Portland, so whether you like to go clubbing, have a fun time with some friends at an arcade bar, go out and sing karaoke, or just chill out at a laid-back bar and drink some whiskey and eat some great food, we've got all of that here. Portland is also home to many festivals throughout the year, such as the Portland Rose Festival, the Portland International Film Festival, there's a comedy festival, and don't forget about the Waterfront Blues Festival, which is right on the Willamette River, and you've got some great bands that play there every year. It's awesome. Portland has a lot to compete with in this category, but the good thing is that it's not a requirement to live in Portland if you want to enjoy this stuff. Beaverton has a more laid back and suburban feel compared to Portland, but there's still plenty of things to do there. Beaverton has a more limited entertainment and art scene, but there's still plenty of movie theaters, bowling alleys, arcade centers, but Beaverton is also home to several community events throughout the year, such as farmers markets and even a summer concert series. The city is also part of the Tualatin Hills Parks and Recreation, which are very clean and well-maintained parks that typically feature some sort of nature area as well as a play area for the kids. So whenever I'm with my son on the west side of town, he definitely wants to stop in at one of the parks there over in Beaverton. Beaverton is also home to many shopping centers and some really good restaurants. But as far as live entertainment goes and the food scene, I think Portland takes the cake there. As much as I love being on the west side, it's pretty hard to compete with what Portland offers in that regard. Let's talk a little bit more about the food scene. Portland is known for its world-class food scene. Some of the biggest cities in America can't even compete with Portland's food scene. With many different restaurants and food carts sprawled all over the city, you can find something that is bound to amaze you in any price range here. Portland is also known for its coffee shops and breweries, with over 2,500 coffee shops dispersed throughout the city and roughly 70 breweries within Portland city limits alone. Beaverton has a more limited food scene compared to Portland, but there are still many local restaurants and cafes in the area. One of my favorite things to eat in Beaverton is the Korean barbecue. It's really hard to find good Korean barbecue in Portland. I'm honestly not even sure it exists. If you are from Beaverton or are familiar with the area, comment down below and let me know what your favorite places to eat there are. I know I'm kind of hyping Portland up a little bit, but I'm not gonna lie, I really like it in Beaverton. The west side is great, so I'm really pulling for you guys. And so if you want to take a tour of one of my favorite neighborhoods in Portland, go ahead and click on this video right here. We'll see you over there.